Alright everybody, let's get the show on the road. Today, once again, we have a little bit of Patreon action. So again, those are replays sent to me by the top supporters on Patreon. And if you want to support what I do in esports, Heroes, Valorant and other games as well, then you can go to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the description and check that out. And today we have one of the games sent in by Mixon. So apparently this was a 5 versus 5 setup and we are on Hanamura, which is always an interesting map. Greer on the left side on Mai. We have Anton White on Malthael, Alcatraz, fantastic nickname, on Ophia. Mixon himself is playing Granny today, so he's on Ana. And we got Weasel on Greymane, whereas on the other side, Meth, not quite how you spell that, my friend. On Johanna, Tor 1 on Kelthas. I have no idea where Tor 2 is. We have Necrom on Sylvanas, Bagrov on Chen, and the man whose caps lock key is apparently stuck on Lulcio. Already a little bit of action right here at the start, down to the bottom of the map, as we have our little setup here. Going straight into the heat transfer. So yeah, it's one of those games where we actually see her a little bit more now. This is I think it's actually Heroes launch that was played here. But as I said, it is a 5 versus 5. And the fact alone that it's on Hanamura is already kind of fun, because we don't see that a whole lot. That on the other hand is a kill. And oh, the heal! Mixon, nicely done. Yeah, that was close. That could have been a counter kill here right away, but instead it's 2 down on the red team side now, losing Sylvanas and Kelthas, who did not go into convection. Now, of course, that at least is a point in their favor. We have topside, our 1 versus 1 setup between Chen and Malthael, but most of the action is going to be happening down at the bottom here. Let's see what's happening around those camps in particular, because already we have a little bit of a fight coming in. Kill, kill, kill. You know, names himself kill, 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 and then he goes for Lucio. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? That's a wrong hero for that statement. Like, I'm not quite sure how you're trying to make that happen, but I think it's a safe bet to say that you're not gonna end up with the most kills in the games or anything. So, Johanna is down, and guys, that's 3 kills against 0 already, and the camp also taken by the blue team. So, actually, no, nobody took the camp. So instead, they're starting to move in once more. And this time the red team has superior numbers down here, so that's good for them. Let's see if they can actually check that out once more. Level 4 talents are soon going to come in for the red team too, and they steal this away. Easy peasy. Alright. Meantime, all the way up to the top, Malthael is now also taking over right here. Takes this one too. Gets a little bit more vision for the team, and more camps are now taken on both sides as teams are focusing heavily on control. And that's the same thing that we're seeing down here too. So once again, Lucio is if he was really thinking of moving in, booping them away and getting the cam stolen, then kudos, but I think that's a bit of a strong statement to make here. So it didn't quite work out for them. But yep, let's see. Over here, we got the push down at the bottom of the map. And I can't really help myself, but that particular camp is always kind of neat. I mean, if you have a little samurai just sitting there, it's absolutely amazing. It also gives our little pun a completely new setup. But that thing was definitely committing Sudoku over there. Can't tell me different. But Khaldor, it's called Seppuku. No, it's called Suzuki. So, level 4 talent, Cold Front comes in. I wonder if Jaina is a little bit jealous these days, because we have a new Frost Lady in the house or not. But yeah. First of all, objective is by the way up, and you can already tell that this time it seems to be the blue team that is going to try and push this a little bit more aggressively, but already gets contested as Meph is moving in and sneaking in here slightly. This is always one of the weird objectives, to be honest with you, and it always was. Panda goes down up at the top, in this case even a self-kill, but yeah, there's the trade coming in from Mace, going straight into her ice block. Anton White, on the other hand, gets moved straight into tower range, and kill, kill, kill actually contributes to one and locks one in for himself. Well, maybe it wasn't really so much as a name, but a description, so it could be that I was totally wrong on that kid. Time will tell. It's only the first kill for them. We have 4-2-1 right now, and the level 7 talents are, of course, now also kicking in, which gives us the backup battery right here for Greer. And honestly, you can never have too many batteries. It's like the same with phones these days. Like, what I really miss with the new phones that we have these days, despite the fact that batteries are actually getting better, is that you can't have an interchangeable battery anymore. So you just can't, just simply have an extra battery with you and then swap it out. It doesn't really work that way any longer. Now, granted, battery life has been extended a little bit, but oftentimes with the new screens and phones getting bigger and bigger, it just feels like it's still falling short slightly. So always a little strange. So long story short, great talent to take. Real-life applications definitely here. Let's put it like that. Okay, so now with all of that said, Anton, he's down, so that's one eliminated. That's the second kill now for the red team. They're starting to make their comeback here. And half of this happened without level 7 abilities being ready, but Greymane is starting to pop off here completely. Greymane is weaseling his way into the opponent's backline time and time again, even went for the Wizened Duelists over here. And yeah, that's a little bit sick. Kill after kill here for them, and the last victim was Sylvanas, as the objective is getting pushed again, and it seems like the blue team might just have what it takes in order to get the first one confirmed. And yep, here we go. Nobody's gonna contest this one. And shots fired. Let's go. Pew, pew. Yeah, so that's going to be some serious damage over here. And of course break through the top a little bit. In an ideal world, you would try to also push this in even more aggressively with the rest of the team and maybe at least eliminate the turrets so that more of the shots are ending up on the fort itself, because this way only a single one connects. That's not really all that much, and opening the wall up is usually not a big problem. But of course they wanted to take the camp at the bottom of the map, and that's pretty much where they had it immediately. So yeah, nicely done too. We have still a 4-point lead for them in regards to kills, so it's at least something. But another camp is now taken over here as well. Yeah, Panda at the top needs to be a little bit careful, and I don't think this is going to happen, to be honest with you. And yeah, that's another kill. That Panda, a little bit too friendly, was looking for some friends and he found too many, so he's down. Malthael is holding the bottom all by his lonesome right now. But he's trying to, probably already sending up some smoke signals. Team, help! Because if he's all alone there, he's probably gonna get wrecked. Level 10s are in, and that gives us the avalanche. So now it's time for a bit of a snowball play. Honestly, I feel with the entire kit of Mei, if you're really just sliding, you know, behind a target and then you use that, it can be a fantastic setup to get multiple kills, especially if it happens around some of your forts. So it's pretty versatile, and should see some of those plays in this game. And that follow-up stun, of course, is perfect for Greymane to come in for the kill and take them down. So that's another one. We also got the Tormented Souls in here now. And Crushing Jaws. Haven't even talked about that. So yeah, if you get a good snowball through, and then that would be nice as well. Also, we got the foggy weather, so it's all about the stealth right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got the anomalies in play. Blizzard changed them a little bit from the PTR, but still in action. And Mai goes down. Oh my. I'm really sorry, but I had to make that pun at least one. I know it's not amazing, but still. We had to throw it out there, just to get it out of the way. Just to get it out of the way, I promise. But yeah. Ah, my. Let's see what we're gonna get here. Backroff is all... Oh, there's the Tormented Souls, and off we go. What are you doing? Kill them all! Ah, Greymane falls, and Malthael didn't even get the kill against Meth. So, that was a little bit awkward. Thought he would at least lock that one in, but nope. Didn't happen. Okay, so outside of that, we have all of a sudden the red team starting their comeback. It's level 11 versus level 11. A couple of those items were also put to the test in the last fight. When it comes to pure damage, we have 26,000 now for Fia. Coffin Girl is doing pretty well. And yeah, she better. I mean, that thing is heavy. That hits hard. And it better be heavy. Corpse of HGC has been enshrined in Ophia's coffin. If you're wondering what exactly she carries in that thing, now you know. Hopes and dreams of the Heroes of the Storm esports scene. Sylvanas, 19,000 damage. Lulcio hasn't died yet. He's the only one on the red team that hasn't fallen so far. But it's objective time once more. So, with 7 kills to 4, still the slight advantage for the blue team, but that could change quickly. Anton White is stunned and dead. Bam. Goodbye, my friend. Snowball! Alright, that's 2 kills. Yeah, that sucks a little bit. That's an easy one. That ult, honestly, is kind of sick, City. And because it was so beautiful in the first one, you know what? We're gonna look at it again. So let's take another one. Yeah, there's the setup. Nicely done. And there's the quick double kill. Easy peasy. So yeah, good job. A couple of those and the red team will be in trouble. That's now 9 kills against 4. And as you can see, we have the level 13 talent in the hands of the blue team. So they have full control right now, you could say. They have the inevitable end. They're also coming in straight in with the cooling servos. Mario obviously very happy now about the ult. By the way, the sick thing is like that the 65-second cooldown is also not that insane if you think about it. So that's another point in this. And 14 seconds and it's going to be back up. But there's a sound barrier. And Khaldor is wrecking them all. Mai comes in with some good control, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Panda are going for the triplets. And they get some damage in. I mean, Orphea is beasted. How the fuck is Alcatraz still alive? Somehow he survived. Oh, he's still alive. Like, dude, hello? A little bit more of a defensive one. I don't really like that as much, but the kill against Maltail puts a 4th one on the board for the red team. So now in total they have 9 kills in level 13. But I gotta say, Orphea is wrecking them over here. Holy hell. So yeah, that was pretty nasty, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it could be that we're in for a closer game than expected, because now it's 10 kills against 9. We got a lead in the experience for the red team, so they actually started to take the lead here. Damage output should have started to change very quickly in that last encounter as well. 30,000 now for Sylvanas. She jumped up by 11k. You look over to Orphea and she's at 38,000, which is not really all that bad either. But the objective is still being fought over, so that's the second one, and you kind of need to go deep for this one if you want to push it in. Red team is going to try and do exactly that right now, as they're starting to move through. 12,000 damage on Mai. Has the same damage as Anna, by the way. And Mixon on Anna is beasting it here. Yeah, perfect mount, by the way, for the hero. So this little snowflake is currently flying around there. But on the support side, good damage output for sure. So setup is there. And, well, let's have a bit of a look at this. Top lane gets pushed heavily, by the way, by the minions. Down here, on the other hand, there's a kill. That snowball is getting pushed through again, but I don't really like it as a defensive measure. I'm really much more a fan of you trying to isolate a target or two by boosting behind them with Mei and then getting the snowball in and capitalizing on the stun. But the way that we have the red team now going just for one target as a unit is pretty impressive here. It's honestly working extremely well for them. They got the kill against Maltail to kick things off, and then Orphea follows plus Greymane at the end. So now shots fired towards the top side. Shouldn't really do too much. I think the fort is going to be hit by 2 or 3. Even more than that. Yep, gets hit by 4. Okay. But they're not going to be able to take it down completely. The problem is that the bottom push with the help of Sylvanas is a whole different story. Because right here, it's definitely going to hurt. Yeah. It is going to hurt a lot. That one is an easy elimination on the fort. So on the structural side, the blue team has now fallen behind. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting game actually, and also a little bit of a showcase for Mei, of course. We're gonna see her a lot more. It's still to be reasoned that Blizzard is going to change her a little bit. Traditionally, whenever Blizzard releases a new hero, it follows the same MO. The hero normally is a little bit overtuned so that more people play it, which is also going to give them then more data that they can evaluate. And then with the next patch, the hero gets nerfed down a little bit and adjusted. So that's normally what they are doing in these setups. And we're gonna see if that's also gonna be true for Mei herself. But top side gets depushed. We got a little samurai moving in as well, but it's 5 versus 5 time. The problem for the blue team is they don't have level 16 yet. So without the level 16 talent, you kind of don't want to go into that battle. It's not really a fight that you want to take if you can avoid it. So you got to be careful with this. Right now we're seeing also on level 16 the Ignite again. And we have a celerity for the Panda, but it's party time. 16 on both sides. That gives us, amongst other things, now first of all the Lurking Terror. So that's already one. And again, she's been beasted. Orphea has been playing really well here. Plus, in addition to that, now the Mei is coming in. We're also gonna get the Acclamation right there. More control for her. Alright, this time the ult didn't do anything, and the isolation of Anna deprives them of a healer. There's no healer anymore. Greymane goes down as well. Guys, it's an absolute slaughter over here. Oh my god, these team fights. Another big hit is coming. And that's another huge fight. Could even result in another kill. Nah, Alcatraz makes it out. But let's take another look at this one. I mean, this is just a full-on slaughter that we just saw there. First of all, Ana down, Greymane down. They follow it up with a kill against Malthael. So massive, massive push over the camp. And that leads now to 4 versus 2 on the map and the quick annihilation of the top fort as they rotated in with Sylvanas. Easy kill for them. I don't know what to say, but there's more and more ground lost by the red team as all of this continues. So it's a pretty tricky setup to control. Very, very difficult actually. Another objective is also going to spawn in 20 more seconds. So the payload is going to be coming back in just a bit. And yeah, it's time for the keeps. There's still a fort in play for the red team, but the blue team is literally down to their keeps right now. So that's another problem. What else? I mean, for now it's a 5 versus 5 on the map again, but there's a 2-level advantage now for the red team. They are 15 kills in against 11, so that's pretty solid. It just seems like the coordination isn't really there anymore for the blue team. Like, communication has broken down a little bit, and that seems to be an issue. So they have to really engage in these fights a little bit differently. And if, in particularly Mei, is able to just get that snowball connected properly, that would be a very, very different setup. But again, things have slowed down here a bit. Both of the teams are, of course, now aware that this is going to be an absolutely crucial fight. Okay, Weasel sitting in at the side. Has the vision. Knows what's coming. Should probably take over. Are they going to try and make the play here? Iron Skin is out. That's perfect for a snowball setup. Slides through. No snowball. Oh, and he doesn't hit anything. That's a sad panda moment right there. They're trying to go for Malthael. He got nano boosted too, but he just doesn't get any kill. The panda, on the other hand, is down, and that was an important one. At least the trade is there. So now it's a 4 versus 4. Rhea is sliding out. Mixon is on the run. He actually gets hunted down. Can turn around, maybe keep them alive a little bit longer, and it's exactly what he's trying to. A good sleep dart connect, and that is going to be the end of Lucio. Nicely done. Well played here. Another set of action right against Mav. Oh, and Tar is about to go down too. Well, maybe not. He's trying, but yeah, Alcatraz can't reach him. Nice escape. Well played. Good job. Khaldor survives. Really good gravity lapse that he just utilized there in order to get away. At the same time now, we have the control over the payload taken by the blue team as they're also attempting to steal the opponent's camp away. Damage output, as we can take another look on it, is now sitting at 63,000 for Orphea. 44,000 for Sylvanas. So, yeah, good damage output here for sure. Nicely done thus far. Here comes the attack on the other hand against Mei. Meph is in as well. Mixon is a little bit low, but he survives. And that's the kill against Johanna. That hurts. That's a staggered death and a beautiful setup here with another snowball. And yeah, you guessed it already. We're going to take another look at that as they're pushing this through. I mean, keep Khaldor in mind here. So there's the slide, there's the snowball, and that's going to be a kill on Khaldor. This is a perfect example of how you can make these plays with Mei and get the kill in. So yeah, really, really nicely done there. Payload also connects, and just like that, the blue team is back to business. They are now in a position where they can take down the bottom fort. It's, I mean, even kills. And in addition to that, we have both teams homing in on level 20 in just a second. But that was honestly a really, really nice setup. Those are the exact kinds of play that we want to see with that snowball. Level 20 talents are now starting to get picked by the blue team first. So they got their storm talent. Malthael is still holding the bottom. For Mei, that means we have the flash freeze right there. So, gets a little bit of a revive. Very reminiscent of the alpha times in Heroes of the Storm, to be honest. It's not quite the same thing, but these insta-revives, dodging out on fatal damage, we still have it, of course, around on a couple of heroes, but it's always nice when you have that on a tank too, especially in situations like this one. Mixon by now also has the nano infusion for his Ana, and up at the top they're attempting to steal another camp away. Seems like they're going to be getting away with this one. Since Chen is still down, there's no fight being had there. So everything is good. Alright. Okay. So with this, we now have the camp over here taken down as well. We still got our red team just waiting it out. Trying to be a little bit careful around how they approach this without the panda. But now that Chen is back to business. AFK! Report please! Alright, drinking a little bit over here to insta-mount. Not AFK after all. The safe team. But off we go. 11 stacks still for the Wizened Duelist here. Yeah, 40 stacks for Khaldor. And talking about stacks, Sylvanas is sitting at 49. It's not really all that hot, especially with the Dread Wave over here. She was still able to get quite a fair amount of damage out. Marcel hasn't picked his talent yet, but we all know what it's going to be. I mean, he's going to go in and no one can stop death. So I don't believe for a second he's going to pick anything else. Energizing Brew is in. And on the damage side, still the 68,000. We didn't see another big fight since that happened. Okay, here comes the move with the Blessed Shield. They're coming in. They want the kill. Sound Barrier is already out. The Panda gets isolated from the Snowball. The Avalanche has been used, and there's the Nano boost on Malthael as he's jumping in to try and take the backline down. Spreading the bomb on the other hand. Guys, we talked about this. In the times of Corona, you should know how social distancing works, actually. And if you have a Khaldor on the other side, that's pretty much just social distancing in action. You need to make sure that you spread out a little bit. If you get too close, then you just get wrecked. And that's exactly what Khaldor pretty much did with them. Now, granted, red team lost the fight in the end, but that was a little bit too close for comfort. The fight isn't over, though, because for some reason, Johanna stays a little bit too long over here, might be in trouble, is able to move away, at least for now, but everybody is low on the blue team side, and Mixon and Anna just sitting here, pew, 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 and trying desperately to keep those boys alive, but the kill against Malthael is down. There's the quick kill against Sylvanas as they're coming in for another one, and the fight isn't over. Huge battle right now, and everybody dead and dying. Greer finally picks the camp up. I mean, we can go into a replay, but there's no way we could catch all of this. As you can see already at this point, massive, massive battle happening over the entire setup. We had everybody and their dog fighting for that point, and it was honestly a little bit bananas, but the blue team walks away with it. So they are able to grab that after all. But yeah, massive slaughter. 21 kills against 21 kills now. Our little snowflake girl is already on the way to the top lane to push that out and make sure that those minions are not pushing in for it. But things are starting to get super spicy here. As you can say, 80,000 damage for Ophia by now, 64,000 on Greymane. I mean, he's contributing a lot too. Problem is really that there's already 2 heroes trying to escort the objective in. And May might actually have to resort to her ult in order to buy a little bit more time for the rest of the team to come in here. I mean, she can use her trade and everything too. Is she going to go for the ult? She could definitely line it up here. Still waiting this out as much as she can. They don't want to lose this one. Okay, there's the cryo. Should have... Oh, slides out. Panda is in. And there we go. That's at least Maidown. But they're still able to hold the objective. And the Killers of Fear comes in from behind and takes Khaldor apart. They try to go for the Panda. 4 versus 4. Good damage against him. And they might just be able to seal the deal over here. Oh, the sound barrier. Everything gets used, and then the ragdoll gets just scattered across the map. What a play again. Yeah, they made it happen. They actually held on to the objective, took 2 heroes down, only lost 1, so really, really good for them here. But damn, that fight there. I was really clutching it towards the end, so that was a good one. Okay, so they try to escort this in a little bit deeper. Camps have now been taken by the blue team too, and the red team isn't lazy and sitting on their ass either. They also move down to take another turret, and they have it now. 20 seconds until Khaldor is back. I mean, that objective has a long way to travel. Already trying to set another sleeping dart up. Mixon is just sitting in the back here. What's the numbers actually on him? I mean, currently 100,000 heal for Lulcio, and we have Anna on 53k. All those chickens are running around like crazy. That, on the other hand, is going to be interesting now. Khaldor just came back. He still needs the travel time. Panda on 10 seconds. Are they going to fight for this? Yes or no? It seems like they're trying to zone them out for now. And the objective connects. They didn't move in, and so the shots are going to be fired now. Nicely done. Bottom keep, therefore, under attack. There's also an objective moving down there. They're trying to get the kill. And Sylvanas nearly gets it, but Mixin saving the target, now focusing on Greymane again, as they're all jumping back into the fight here. The sound barrier is already down as they're going for Weasel, and Greymane is eliminated now finally. Warcroft is also going in. Unfortunately for them, the Avalanche didn't connect with anything, so mine not really on point here. Greymane down, but the fight continues. Chen is also about to be eliminated, and could have been a kill against Johanna too. Chen down as well. The bottom keep has fallen. Shields on the core now getting attacked. This game is just going absolutely bananas right now. We are moving in in with another attempt to maybe isolate one target, lock them down, provide a bit more CC for the damage dealers to follow up. Trash just coming in with even more damage. He's nearly sitting at 100,000 right now on the hero damage. So we have our first member of the 6-digit club in just another team fight, I'd say. But you look over to the numbers and it's literally, I mean, again, we are 24 minutes in, we have 24 kills on each side and level 22 right now on the board. This is getting insane. 8 kills against the Panda, 10 kills against the Malthael. So that's a record for him too, albeit a sad one. The double digits on the kill count, so that's not really fantastic. But at least in structures, the blue team has now taken a very significant lead and an important one because they were able to take down the bottom keep. So highly important setup for them. Now, at the same time though, red team is back with 5 on the map. And they're going for a little bit of a trap. Again, anomaly, keep in mind. So the foggy weather is going to turn these bad boys invisible. So it's going to be a little bit more of a stealth here. Let's see what they can actually do with that. Can they somehow set something up? Now, personally, I doubt it a little bit, but we've seen some crazy things happen in this game already, so it's not quite out of the question. Panda's now coming in too. It's a Chinese bush trap right now. It's a party bush. Party bush, everybody is here to party. Yeah, but Anson White checks it, and now they can go for the fight. But the quick kill against Malthael. Beautiful setup, nicely done. Fantastic in the kill to open the fight up, and now they're going for more. Once again, it's Mai that's the target. The 20 procs, and it just doesn't matter. He had the trade out, he had the 20 in play, and both didn't really save him here. So that fight turns very quickly against the blue team. Malthael, of course, is back. Shocking, I know, but he went for no one can stop death. Who saw it coming? So with this, we have 26 kills to 24, and as the payload spawns in 10 seconds, it's a very solid setup towards objective. I think it's number 3 that we're now looking at, that we've seen play. But yeah, it's getting a little bit bananas. Might be number 4 actually, now that I think about it. Either way, it's going to take one of the keeps down for sure. So both of the keeps are still ready for the blue team. But the red team has already lost quite a bit earlier. So the problem for them is really if they lose this one now too, they're going to be a whole lot of trouble. And they know that as well, of course. So they got to be careful whenever we have the opponent moving in here. But let's see. 77 stacks now for Sylvanas. 80,000 damage for her. 69,000 damage for Lucio. Just saying. 106,000 for Ophia. Oh yeah, he is getting the damage in. But May is finally back to business. Here comes the attack. Shots fired. And that keep is going to be gone. They're trying to get the kill against Mev, but they follow up on Malthael. Even with another boost, he couldn't do too much. There's the double stun. But Greymane was in a position to capitalize on those stuns and jump on the targets. Instead, they're now trying to get the counter kill against Malthael again. The 20 procs on Johanna. Yeah, Greymane, he wants the kill. He's so close. But Mai is gone again. A kill against Malthael, at least one counter as Johanna falls too. They're trying to follow it up with even more. Trash is jumping through again and again and again. And honestly, you don't want to fuck with Ophia here. She's just murdering peeps. I mean, look at how hard this hit is hitting right now. That's 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. They thought they could kill Coffin Girl, and then she just simply turned around and wrecked every single one of them. Ophia with the big hits. She got Lucio first. Then they try and turn on her. And as you can see here, she just absolutely demolished pretty much the entire team. So great setup. The core is now down to 32% already. And of course, that's just an invitation to come in and take it apart. That's exactly what they're trying to do here. With Greymane, they might just have what it takes. That should be enough damage. Nicely done. The blue team victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Great game. 28 kills on each side. Level 24 for both teams. And a fantastic finish here as well. GG and well played as Team Mixon locks in the victory. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Patreon games once again. So, for the top people here supporting the stream and all the work on YouTube and esports on patreon.com/Khaldor. We currently got Lucy that sent us a replay over here from a Sky Temple Storm League game. On the left side, the blue team, Shakul on Maiev, Elves on Anduin, Chalky on Asmodan, Tiziano on Tassadar, and Papumem on Abatha. Interesting lineup that they got here, but for the red team, it's also a couple of highlight heroes. With Bob on White Main, we got Klaas on Tracer, we have Lucy, aka Black Angel, on the Butcher, on Genji, and Azil is playing Junkrat. This is honestly getting a little bit hype because Lucy, our real-life Butcher, is actually playing the Butcher. And what the fuck was Asmodan just thinking he's doing here? That could go real bad for him. Even with Abatha helping out, he already got chunked down quickly. Now, Tracer's the first one to fall to Tassadar of all heroes, so that's a weird one. That's not really the opening that we've been waiting for here. But, yep, let's have a bit of a look at what's going and do that. And, by the way, oh, Genju! Hashtag worth it! Alright, so apparently this was a quick match game and not a Storm League game. This makes it a little bit better because looking at those compositions, I was really like, wait a second, that's a Storm League game? What are we talking here? Plastic League? Wood League? What happened? Either way, the Butcher is down already. You know, it seems like the skills of a real-life Butcher don't really transfer into Heroes of the Storm. Who would have thought? I had no idea. When it comes to talents, on the other hand, we got Wrath on level 1 for Asmodan, so we're not going to go into that full just globe setup. And every single time I see one of these guys, it just triggers the hell out of me. People that regularly watch my videos probably know that by now from all the Division 7 games that we had. But guys, for the love of God, if you play Asmodan or you find yourself in a game with an Asmodan, help the poor guy stacking. You're gonna get rewarded in the later stages of the game, I promise you. Get one of those AoE heroes out, like Tassadar, for example. I mean, you can even get the Maiev in, I really don't care. And help him stack those waves so that he can easier get his baseline completed. Poor Chalky gets already eliminated, big gang coming his way, and that's a bit more meat for our Butcher over here. But yeah, save an Asmodan, save a quick match game. This is really just what you need to do. So next time, help him stack in the early game. You'll see, you'll get rewarded. His impact in the mid and late game is going to be so much higher. Every single time I see one of these guys that gets no assist whatsoever and obviously doesn't know how to stack his quest talents at all, I wanna strangle a bunny somewhere. It's not healthy. Save a bunny, help Asmodan. Okay, down at the bottom of the map now. Already, we got Shakul over here trying to get a bit more damage in, and Genji has a bit of a problem here. Genji's not the only one. It seems like our support is also in trouble. Bob, no, not Bob. Why, Bob? Bob is down. There's a lot of dying happening on the side of the red team. Tessa has also fallen. We have 4 kills against 3 already. And the temples are activating in just another 7. Lucy riding on money. Of course, the Butcher rides on money. You know, he could have gone for the pig. He could have gone for anything that would have made sense with not only his profession, but also the hero that he plays here. But instead, he's actually just riding the dollar bills. So, Lucy now on the way up towards the top. And making his way to help our Junkrat a bit, I assume. We also got Asmodan still very isolated at the bottom of the map. You don't want to let Asmodan here. Chalky is just sitting here. Dude, auto-attack them. Auto-attack the backline. Get them low. In the meantime, your own wave will have reduced the hit points of the frontline minions. And then you hit your globe. Don't do that to me. Oh my god. I'm aging here by the minute. This is not healthy. If I had hair, I'd pull it out. This is horrible. Asmodan is dead again, and whew, it's rough. Top side, Lucy by now on 46 stacks. Yeah, trying to rush away here a little bit. Oh, my F. Oh, but she doesn't get the kill. Okay. Can't get the kill in, but still chase them off. No locked and loaded on level 4. Instead, we got the focus fire on level 7 for Tracer, so a little bit of a different build. Yeah. And our Butcher is dead again, but he's not the only one. Tassadar gets also annihilated. It's going to be a slow stacking Butcher. We're not going to see any kind of rush towards the completed quest talent. And this Abatha Maiev setup is starting to become a little bit nasty, I gotta admit. Abathur also with what we call an alternative build. So he actually went on his level 1 into the reinforced carapace and then into the network carapace. So apparently Abathur thinks that he's gonna push the off lanes the entire time. That's the only thing that I can really come up with from what he plans to do here. Given that he has a Maiev in his team, he should have probably gone for a bit more of a standard build in order to get the value. And on this map in particular, not taking Mule is a reportable offense, or so I've heard. So yeah, not taking Mule here, that is definitely a problem. But, okay. I can't get over the fact that he didn't pick Mule. It's Sky Temple, for fuck's sake. Dude, come on. I was about to say you're better than that, but then I looked at it and I was just like, yeah, I guess you're definitely not. But he has a cool skin. That's bonus points. That's a couple of bonus points for him just for the skin alone. Okay, so at this point, we got the Butcher playing it safe down here. You know, lesser commentators would say he's AFK and should be reported, but obviously he was just trying to play it safe so he doesn't get ganked, like Genji, who just died here. Azmodan with another fantastic hit of a globe that did absolutely nothing here because he doesn't have enough stacks yet. The Butcher on 42 stacks. It's a little bit of a... I mean, it's a bit of a race, I assume. Who can get more stacks, the Butcher or Azmodan? Topside camp is now taking 2. He charges in. Let's go. Oh, fresh meat. But 27 stacks only. Yeah, Monty. All right, we're going full YOLO. We, like, every single hero has picked the ult that he wasn't supposed to pick. That's actually impressive. Honestly, that's impressive. I mean, Tassara has Black Hole. All right. Anduin, both are fine. But we got Monty the Monstrosity in play, and we also got the Demonic Invasion for Azmodan. Oh boy. And we got the Rocket Ride. Okay, baby, I'm ready for this one, especially if it gets comboed with Alarm to the Slaughter. But that would actually require some coordination. I'm not sure if we're gonna get it in the end this time. It's a fun game. I gotta say, it's a little bit monka, but it's fun. And there's the kill. Anduin exploded. The Butcher gets the meat. The problem is he might still die. He got another kill. He gets the meat again. He's still alive. And they get another one. And that's 87 stacks on the Butcher all of a sudden. He doesn't even know what to do with all that meat. He's just sitting here and he's like, oh my god. Meat everywhere, baby. Let's go. And also the pings on the boss. The temple is still getting captures. They're getting a little bit greedy over here. But why wouldn't they? Tassada, classic move. Full mana, full HP, back to base. But then lightning comes down and yeah, that boss is taken. Temple is taken, boss is taken, and Monty was pushing the mid lane but got eliminated now too. So yep, that's an issue. You gotta admit, it's the perfect Whitmatch game, guys. It's fantastic. Yes! There we go. Tassada gets hit as well. Top side, I think they're gonna try and hit this one. Maiev. Oh, Azmodan! That's more meat. That has to be more meat. The disc came over the wall but missed too. That's an old used. You could just kill this one, by the way. I think they already realized that as well. So now we have that in. Bottom of the map gets still pushed a little bit. Boss finally defended. And up at the top, they have to, of course, deal with that camp now as well. Okay, damage output. 18,000 for Tracer. We got 18,000 for Maiev too. Monty's back to business. We could see Monty again. Yeah, there he is, walking down the street. Monty at the bottom of the map. Again, you also don't want to play the Monstrosity like this. You kind of want to pull Monty back a little bit so that he doesn't really take the damage. So far, it doesn't matter just yet, but it will probably later on. You can really see that Abathur thinks he's a hero that is going to wave clear the entire time and just get the push going on the lane. So that's why he went into the Carapace build, more or less. I mean, even on level 30, he completely abandons the normal build that you would get. And in this case, a build that focuses a little bit more on a spike burst and everything will of course be fantastic to support Maiev in particular. And she has been the hero that has the biggest threat potential for the red team. So that would have been the play here. But for some reason they decided to not go down that path. So that makes things a little bit awkward. Talking about awkward, over here, land to the slaughter, Tassada down, can they get a bit more? The Butcher wants to fight. The Butcher wants some meat. There's the tether. There's the hit. There should be a bit of meat over here too. You should be able to get that. Is it 100 and... Yeah, there it is. 142. Okay, just picked it up. And there's another kill. Yeah, 163. All right. Now we're talking. Another 2 kills and they got it. A little bit of lane work and minion clear. They're going to have it even quicker. And now we have Class or Tracer at the bottom of the map. 13 talents are ready for both of the teams as the red team is slowly getting towards level 16. Down here, the spatial efficiency. Asmodee now sitting topside. Boss should be up in like a minute. 2 minutes. 2 minutes and a half, actually. Okay. And in we go. 174, 175. 1 kill and he's got it. Pretty much. Oh, Abathon, nah, even the bomb. And here comes the Butcher. That should be meat. And yeah, 195. Don't die. No, no, team, help, help. You don't want to die with 195. You just want to go on a lane and make sure that you get the last few minion hits in. And here we go. And that's 4. He's at 198, 99. And yes! I would have charged that minion. I don't care. Get the ult out on the minion. Anything. Just kill it. Just take it down. Meat is done. 10 minutes and 48 seconds in. It is time to play. By the way, our Asmodee is at 80 stacks. I think that's a new low. So that's a sad record that is being run here. Which brings me back to my initial PSA. Help an Asmodee these days win a game. So Asmodee is dead again. That's now 210 stacks. That Butcher is starting to hit a little bit hard. He knows how to handle that cleaver, I can tell you that much. Down to the bottom of the map though. A bit of an attack against Junkrat. Yeah, that might not really do a whole lot for him. But he might just be able to get the Rocket Ride value. Rocket Ride! Mr. Ungankable over here. Gets out, no problem for him, and is back to business. Honestly, if that doesn't make it James Bond, then I don't know what ever will. I mean, the Rocket is one of the funniest things ever, in my opinion. Is it the best there? I mean, you can argue that point a little bit. Probably not, but it's definitely funny as fuck. Oh, there's another setup, and Tassadar got dinged. Yeah, the disc came out, but that's another kill, so that's 220 stacks now for the Butcher. I guess he was a bit out of range to get the stacks over here. No, he actually wasn't. 230. Look at that. Damage is coming in slowly on the single target. Okay. Same time now, we got top side. The monstrosity in. And yeah, he's losing it again. Abathon is losing again. Dude, move it back a little bit. I mean, by now, Tracer is there too. You need to stack that thing a little bit. You want to move it behind the minion line. And then after aggro is taken, then you send it in. That's how you get top value out of that. So Abathon is currently trying to push this as much as he can. And I guess he's picking up some extra siege damage, but it's not really where he wants to be here. So bot lane, they can see the carapace working again and disappearing just a second later. So still trying to keep it alive as much as they can. The problem is that the red team has now decided to go for the boss again. And with 18 kills to 7, they're not going to do anything about that. It's like 19 to 17. They guess they could move in, but the boss is already taken. That was pretty quick here. Things are not really looking too good for the team in blue. Then again, they are slightly ahead on structure, so they might be behind 2 levels, but in structures, they are taking the lead here. They've taken half of the HP of the top fort, top keep actually, and they're also starting to attack the keep in the middle. So, gotta respect that at least. But the boss at the bottom of the map will become an issue fairly quickly. And once level 20 is in, that's of course an even bigger deal. So yeah, this particular temple might go over to the blue team, but then afterwards it's level 20 tablets that we're talking about. Bob needs to be careful too. Oh, Maiev! Maiev wants to go deep here. Can you imagine how Maiev would actually rack this if they just had gone into a proper Abathon support build for Maiev here? That would be fantastic. Butcher is already hammering away. Anduin with the big boys safe, but for how long? That's the bigger question. And here he comes, kill after kill. By now we got Lucio on 250 stacks, and Asmodee is gonna fall too. That's 260 stacks of meat on the Butcher. No vegetarians in this game today. Abathur is trying to defend the bottom of the map. Good luck with that. Class is already there, and this keep is low. If anybody of the red team rotates in together with them, then that would be already the end of this one. Okay, so they're starting to move in. Class is trying to do his thing here. And off we go. There's the keep. Finally taken down. That was important. Structure eliminated, and off we go. Shakul gets rocked as well. I think he was actually in range to get the meat for this one too. But that might as well be the end of the game, guys. I mean, they are really on a killing spree all of a sudden. 22 against 7. The Butcher at 260 meat. He's starting to beast it a little bit. Gets slowly up in damage now too. Not really ready for the finish as it seems. Junkrat even going down here. So that's slightly unfortunate. Asmodan is finally the 116 stacks. 15 minutes in. Oh my god. It's so sad to see that. You can solo stack too, by the way, on Asmodan. Just saying. It's obviously always better if somebody helps you, but you can solo stack as well. Again, as I said previously. No, no, no! Went for trample and gets trampled. One down, 270 stacks, and it seems like Tacit has a death wish too. Anduin helps him at least, so that's something. But with 82% on the core. No! Yeah, it's a little bit too YOLO. He still gets the kill. 280. But the Butcher finally goes down. The disc comes out and stops Tracer, so they have maybe a chance to eliminate her. But then they decide to absolutely ignore her. But Klaas, fair sportsman that he is, sticks around a little bit longer. But Tacit doesn't eliminate him. So 2 keeps are down. Monstrosity is pushing out the bot lane. We have 2 keeps also quite low on the red team side. And with now 2 temples coming up, there's maybe an opportunity to slowly bring that back. So we'll see. Maiev top side. Genji at the bottom of the map has to deal with Tacita. But this is the moment when Abathur should help. Well, then again, apparently doesn't need to help. That was nearly a 1 versus 1 victory for him. But with a bit of help from Abathur, it could be so much more. And Abathur is helping, but here comes the kill. Tracer is down, but unfortunately for them, so is Tacita. But Monty is still here. Monty is still chasing him and preventing them from going for it. And in the meantime, just saying that no way. Oh, glorious. 1 shot missing. 1 shot all that we have. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Gotta appreciate the quick match. But as I was about to say, 2 keeps have fallen because of that top temple. So it's all of a sudden even in structures. Now, granted, the blue team's core has lost 18% HP. But still. Top side, Asmodan is down, which means that we have now 290 stacks for the Butcher. Down here. Last keep is down. Guys, they have lost every single keep. Every single keep for the red team is all of a sudden gone. And now the lanes are pushing. They have Abathur doing his best to control the macro game here. This is getting pretty crazy. Alright. There's a quick slide. And what are you going to get from it? Okay. Yep. Bob. Bob, Bob, come on Bob, run, Bob, run! Yeah, Bob might be in a little bit of trouble, but he gets some assistance, and so he's fine. Yeah, Anduin goes for the bubble. That is only gonna delay things, my friend. You are down. I'm not quite sure if you realized it, but you're dead. Apparently nobody told you, but you're definitely dead. 29 kills against 12 now. And we have a fiesta on our hands that is going to be ended if this boss is taken. With 18 minutes in and no keep at the bottom of the map, this would be it. Now, all the way up at the top, there's no catapults just yet, but these minion waves are starting to become a problem. Even with the help of Abathur and Asmodan, I don't think that's going to happen, especially with the Butcher coming in. Oh my god, beautiful dodge here by Maiev, but still, it's not happening. That's 300 stacks of meat now on the Butcher, and they get a boss too. Abathur, a solo monstrosity on the mission, trying to take the core down, and I highly doubt this is going to happen. Especially since the red team is of course sending someone back, and that seems to be Genji. Genji takes those catapults down, the shield gets a bit scratched, but that's about it, and the rest of the team is now sliding down to the bottom of the map in order to take another 4 down. Off we go. Yeah. Our Butcher was trying to get the shields down, I suppose. Didn't really work out as intended. I love how the entire time we saw those tornadoes just get the ragdoll out of the way, but that core is falling quickly. And again, the boss might not be able to save it, but can you imagine how this would have looked with Mule? This game would have been so much better for the blue team if they just had Mule. They could actually Mule the core up too. They might even save it regardless for a little bit longer. With Mule, you could heal that up again, repair it completely. They could have muled out the damage earlier. The problem, of course, is that topside temple and midside temple have now been claimed by the red team, and this is going to be the end one way or another. GG! As the red team takes that victory on Sky Temple. Alright, ladies, let's go. Another Patreon game. As mentioned before, always have a couple of those coming in every month, of course. And if you guys want to support the stream and also the work here in esports and all the commentary and make sure that it continues in the future with Heroes of the Storm and other games like Valorant, maybe Pokemon MOBA, who knows, then check out patreon.com/Khaldor. In this game today, we have an Aram, a brawl, and we have the 4-healer My strategy. Drivius on Alexstrasza. I mean, you can already see the lineups over here. We got Fat Anglimong on his Lucio, but yeah, they're definitely going a little bit ham with the meme train and saying, boys, we're going to go full-on support right over here. We got player killer number 1 on the other side, and it's really a meme dream setup. We got Nova, we got Illidan, and we also got Uther out for the support over here. And Uther is actually called the Rage Cage. Okay, so there we go. Or Kage. I mean, again, could be that they're just like going in a little bit into the anime train here. That will of course also work. But either way, Buffles with a flip, and that's the first kill. Brightwing, of course, eliminated right away. That's what she's... I mean, honestly, if you're a Brightwing in your team, one of the best things that you can actually do is just use her as cannon fodder. So that's kind of what they're doing here. Oh my, there's the kill as they're coming in with a quad support. The unkillable combo that they're rocking. And I gotta admit that when this all started, I didn't really think that I would get so many Aram games that people would send me here, but they are kind of entertaining. I gotta give them that. That's where we saw a lot of the murky games just recently, and holy shit, they're taking Uther down, they're taking Illidan down. It seems like going full on Mai is the way to go here. Mai herself on level 1 straight with the heat transfer. So far she's doing pretty well here, and with all that support behind her, that's of course going to be pretty tricky to take her down too, especially with her trade kicking in. So having that extra ice block is pretty neat. Now the danger is oftentimes that an Illidan in the late game can really rip you a new one. In this case we don't have any stacking quests for Illidan. You know, always to keep in mind that playing a brawl, playing a 1-lane setup with a 5 versus 5 is very different from playing an actual game. So different talent choices are oftentimes also what you should go for here. And endless stacking is one of the best things that you can do if you have a constant 5 versus 5. But the first thing we have is an absolute slaughter. Mephisto down and Uther down too. That's 5 kills against 1. Alexstrasza going straight up for the Dragon Queen here. A little bit of a flame buffet build from her, at least after level 1 talent. There we go, continues on level 4. And after we had the heat transfer, oh, cannon! And they actually, no, did they really save him? Nah, not this time. Crystallize is in as well, reduce the cooldown of the Cryo Freeze, which is also pretty sexy, but even that couldn't save her here. But it was close, honestly. With the 4 supports behind her, it nearly happened. And these guys, it's nasty. It's one of those things that we've even seen in Heroes of the Storm in the earlier stages of the beta, once that it was possible. And it's always a little bit trickier to beat than you might think, because there's quite a bit of damage and utility that supports bring to the table. And if you then have only 4 supports and 1 hero that can pack a punch, then you might find yourself in trouble if you take it lightly. So all of a sudden we have 2 down, and we might see another one fall. But Nova gets away. The problem is that these 2 bad boys down here get stuck, And that's a kill against Uther, and goodbye, Mephisto. The no support team, oh sorry, not the no support, the 4 support team is starting to absolutely wreck them, at least in the early stages of the game. Level 10 might change that, so that is of course something that we have to wait for. But with 9 kills against 3, at least the early game is looking good. The old man is hitting them with a stick here, we got the boombox in, and now also the backup battery. Always good to have. Backup batteries are important. And here we go. Oh, and well, that's that. Goodbye, Illidan. Yeah, Illidan is playing as most of the Illidans do. He already has 3 deaths. The only one that didn't die on the red team so far is actually Nova, which is surprising to say the least. Look at that damage output there. 15,000. Illidan 13,000, which isn't too bad either, but they're getting locked down again. Too much CC, baby. Mai coming in the entire time with all the slows that she has and those lockdowns, and then the old man follows up time and time again with a quick seal and tries to lock them down even further for additional damage. Illidan is in trouble once more, tries to jump out this time. He might fall again, barely makes it out. There's the flip, the old man, hit him with a stick, baby. Nope, but they're pushing them back even further, and they're using the camp that they just stole from them. Mai is now sitting on 15,000 damage, but these guys are crushing. Like, what the hell is happening here? The 4 support Mai setup, and it is murdering this Aram. Now, when level 10 kicks in, they have a 2-level window where they can try and drop them. Yeah, Mai, it's not really the hero you want to kill here. They're trying, and she goes down, but that was still close. Nova was the one to deliver the final hit. The rest of the team is still fighting it out though. They haven't taken the level 10 abilities in that fight. That's the biggest problem. You can really tell that none of these players actually has any idea about the hotkeys for those talents, or they would simply quick pick them, and then they could have used the heroics in this fight. That's a lost opportunity, by the way, now too. We got the ice wall. Well, I suppose we haven't seen enough Avalanche and Snowball game, so we'll see. But right now, the rest of the setup is focusing on Mephisto. Darth Ball. Oh my, that was nearly a kill here, as Mei came in with a quick slide, but she can't really isolate them too much, because Zul is about to go down again, and Illidan just says goodbye. The ice wall. We just need a Tazadai here to go for full-on wall right now. Yeah, Uther. Oh, that's 2 locked down, but it's not really enough. Bulls are being used now. Sound barrier just 2 seconds ago. Again, the hit comes in, and Alex Strasser is dead. Alright, let's go. There's the next kill. Khaldor is about to fall, and well, they took Mei down again. So she's dead. She died now for the 3rd time to towers, I think. So that's a little bit of an issue now too. The triple tap over here. No precision strike. That feels a little bit bad. Consume souls. I guess they could have tried to go for more of a lockdown setup, especially of course with him having the Warlord's challenge in play. So that was one thing. But they're now starting to slowly come back here. They got a couple of additional kills in. They're still 6 behind, so that's a huge gap. But they could definitely close it. They haven't lost their fort yet either, which is always important in an ARAM, because those forts are attached directly to how many fountains you control in the game. And since you can't heal at the Nexus, that's the only heal and backup opportunity that you actually have. So with this, we have them jumping in again. 13 talents are ready, but again, get not picked right away, so I think we'll do that after the fight. Uther goes down, they're going for Illidan. He's trying to jump away. Metamorphosis, still alive, still kicking. Lulnado also utilized as we speak, and there's the wall. Locks one of them down, but the follow-up just isn't there. Another sound barrier is coming through. Shields are coming in. Good lockdown, and Garrosh is dead. Well done. Garrosh dead. That's 14 kills to 6, and you just can't kill these guys. There's too much heal. There's honestly too much heal at this point. They're trying to get the damage in, and Mephisto in particular needs to be a little bit frustrated at this point. I mean, it simply has to be, considering how this is going. Triple tap didn't do a whole lot either, and here's the Lulnado again, and Mephisto doesn't really think that's a laughing matter, because he is dying to it as well. In addition to it, we now have Mai with the polar vortex all ready, and Off we go. There comes the next attack. 16 kills to 7. 15 to 13. Uh-oh. Illidan, you gotta be careful. I know that as the game continues, they're getting a little bit stronger, but the 1 versus 4 is not something I will go for. Where's that polymorph when you need it, by the way? That fruit fly needs to put some work in here. We need more polymorphs on this thing. So, at this point, we already have Garrosh in trouble. Yeah, but he simply walks out to the bottom of the map. A bit of a lost opportunity, if you ask me. They could have easily followed this up. We got enough to see here. And it seems like the red team is starting to build up a bit of momentum in this game. 1 more sound barriers coming through. Uther gets saved by Garrosh, and this is just an endless ball here. I mean, holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. It's getting absolutely crazy. I've seen a lot of Arams, but this is just one continuous fight over here. 2 get locked in. But I don't really like that value out of that ice wall, to be honest. I mean, if you play the Song of Ice and Fire, then maybe you have to rebuild the wall or something. The Donald might like it as well, but if you ask me, that Snowball is just not only way cooler, but also a bit more effective when it comes to controlling the opponent's team. Old man gets thrown, but Taunt didn't really hit. At this point, they are all locked in. Cam gets stolen away. They lose 2, they lose 3, and this couldn't have gone much worse down here. Lost 2 heroes, lost the Cam, lost 3 heroes, lost 4 heroes. It's a 5-man team wipe, ladies and gentlemen. Another one quickly taken apart. First death for Nova, by the way. 80,000 damage for Mephisto. Look at these damage numbers. 80,000 damage. 65,000 damage. And nobody cares because the blue team is just healing all of those damage numbers out without any problem whatsoever. 21 kills to 7. They got the CC and they are using it. They're 2 levels ahead still, and they're just absolutely crushing through this now. 4 supports and 1 tank. All that you need. Finally, a few more talents taken from Brightwing as well. Talking about Brightwing, dead as usual. Lucio also eliminated, but Illidan! Nova's dead, and Illidan follows a moment later. Okay. Khaldor here, he gets the full support. And he's doing well. Yeah, we got Garrosh. Oh, there's a flip just after the slide from May. Again, it would have been amazing. It would have been actually pretty sweet if she still had the snowball there. It would have been pretty cool. Darth Ball, he goes down. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. Oh, for a second I was like, wait a moment. There's no way they're gonna let him escape this one. And with this, we now have 20 on the board needed. That's a good flip though. And the fruit fly is dead again. She came, she saw, and she died again. That's what we call justice. Nice fight. Alright, gets easily out of this one. How many times did Brightwing fall? 3 times already. Yep, 3 times down. Illidan gets attacked. Let's go. Kazul only, he forgot the A. He forgot the A in his nickname. We call that casual. Casually feeding. But with level 20 talents now on the board, they should really pick those storm talents. Like, they're a little bit late when it comes to the talent choices, and that has been the case in pretty much every single encounter that we've seen so far. People need to read those talents, I suppose. But, yeah. Our 4 supports are doing well. The red team is trying to catch up and is doing their best, but there's a lot of healing going on there. Illidan again, low. Over here. Our tank gets supported still and healed, and they just can't kill her. They're trying. Maybe now? Yeah, isolated from the support, but the cryo is back up, and that's a quick trade rescue. Brightwing also still alive. It's insane how long they survive here. It's honestly insane. This is absolutely nuts. How long can you keep these people in play? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. By now, we have our level 20 talents finally taken. The funny thing is actually, even with the earlier level 20 in the hands of the blue team, they're taking it at the same time as their opponent because they just waited. And Alexstrasza is still waiting. She still hasn't taken her 20. We got the triple tap. not really sure if that is going to do anything for you. Really, triple tap killing a hero and then it's going to be reset. How many heroes have you killed, honey? How many heroes have you killed with a triple tap? Let me help you. 0. 0. I'm not going to get any resets here. Should have gone into... any other talent would have given you more value. Instead, Uther is dying right now. Nova is on the run once again. And let's look at the numbers as we have this continuing. Nova with 66,000 damage, 156,000 from Mephisto. And on the other hand, we got 65,000 Nova from the old man. Yeah, he coated his stick in a little bit of metal. There's spikes through that stick. Seriously. It's pretty much just a mace that he's just using. So, the old man hitting them and hitting them hard. 66,000 damage. Yeah, there's another flip. Uh-oh. But the sound barrier is in. Yeah, tanking the keep even. She doesn't care. Illidan comes in with the Metamorphosis again. But the next quick attack is already underway as Illidan is trying to somehow survive all of this. And get one kill in. It's not really happening at this point though. The CC is insane! The wall again, doing not really a whole lot. Uther on the other hand with the stun, that might just be something. Old man hasn't died yet, by the way. The old man has not fallen even once. The only player, the only hero in the entire game that has not died yet. Blurb Jerkins is actually getting chased now, and this might be the first one that he falls, and it is, maybe? Can they save him? No! Okay. Yeah, gets eliminated there. That's unfortunate. The counter kill against Uther then again does not have redemption. No way for him to come back into this. Heap is still not down though. But Illidan sure will be in another moment. Oh, will he? I mean, he has an awful lot of self-heal here, as you could see. So Illidan is definitely doing what he can, but now that Mephisto is in trouble too, they're starting to really eat that damage. It's still a 4 versus 2 on the map, and the opportunity to take a maybe the keep down, or at least put a bit more damage onto it. I guess they might have to wait for Deckard Cain again. There's a double flip, right wing. There's the triple tap reset. Actually, yeah, got a reset here. Nice. All right, one reset in play. Right wing down, Lulcio down, and oh my. Alright, she's moving out again. Trying to get here, that was a bit close, that tank could have fallen, but the Dragon Queen was also still up, and so they could push them back without any problem at all. Yeah, 15 minutes into this game, already on level 23 against level 22. What is the obsession with this camp? I mean, this time at least they were able to steal it away, thanks to the level 1 talent, or no, sorry, level 4 talent, Nova. But they are obsessed with this one, as you can see. So, there's the wall, once more, trying to funnel them out a little bit. Hello? Someone has a bit of a death wish. I mean, I get it, you got a trade here, but that was a little bit too much. That taunt went nowhere, by the way, and she's actually just walking out. She just walked away from it. Deckard Cain still down, but it's a 4 versus 5, and they haven't even broken that wall yet. It's not that they don't win the game, they haven't even broken the wall yet, everyone. It is nuts. Okay, next jump, and can they get the kill over here? Maybe, maybe not. Khaldor. Oh god, how frustrating must it be to try and take her down. Gets healed from 4 supports the entire time and then has the trade active as well. That cooldown reduction on the early level is kicking in every single time. It's so annoying here. Okay, at this point, just imagine how this game would have looked if they would have gone into extra stacking. Illidan is regretting his decisions on level 1. I mean, his level 1 choice, again, Battle Assault is pretty nice. It's awesome, right? Let's face it, it's pretty good. It's a really good talent for an Aram, so it's not like it's horrible. But if you have a game that lasts 17 minutes with the potential to go into the mid-20s, then of course having proper stacking here would do a lot more damage in the long run. So that's a bit unfortunate for them. But as is, 200,000 damage for Mephisto. It just doesn't mean anything if you can't kill anybody. We have 10 deaths on Illidan alone. He died 10 times. Uther died 9 times. 8 on Mephisto. And yeah, look at those heal numbers. 160,000 heal for Lucio, 100,000 for Deckard, Brightwing on 130,000. It's just insane. Illidan again with the attempt, and he's doing what he can. I mean, he's wreaking havoc. He definitely is. By now we have May also with the 92,000 damage of the lead for them, actually. They're still jumping. Keep is down. That means no heals anymore available. Illidan is dead again, and that's a big problem. He was a huge obstacle for them here in these fights. He's 152,000 damage himself. So here we go. There's the attack straight up to Mephisto. He is down, and now the core is getting assailed here. The 4 support team might just have done it. Might just have done it. Uther's done with this shit, by the way. He's suiciding over here, sliding through and saying like, alright boys, I'm done. And just says, okay, just end it, just end it. Just stop the bleeding somehow. Stop kicking us when we're already down. Just end it and finish what he started here. Game over! And the blue team with a victory here in our Brawl today at the Patreon games. Again guys, if you want to support the channel, patreon.com/Khaldor.